microphone is a good plan. Good morning, everybody. My name is Osa. We are playing Farming Simulator 22 on Maypole Farm. And ordinarily I'd have done all of the housekeeping before I started the stream, but things happen. Oh, bounce. Oh, bounce. Oh, skid. Oh, drive. So I did want to end up today, or start today, on October 1. I figured we can get the maize fields prepped for planting. Not going to plant them till spring. We have some fields that are going to need sprayed, some fields that are also going to need weeding, and we have grass mowing to do, so that's quite a lot of tasks. And oh crud, I wasn't in too big a hurry to get absolutely everything done in September. However, personal rules still have to sell everything once a month, all the perishables once a month. So I have a few thousand litres, or only 10,000 litres of tomatoes, so I'm... Woo, yes indeed. I am thinking I probably already did this once this month and forgot about it. Okay, so lots of crazy driving. To expedite matters, I may just go and sell the butter at the grocery store, because it's a long way to drive down here and I really don't have to do that 3 times. Don't really need to bring the tomatoes. Frankly, the tomatoes, not really worth a lot in the grand scheme of things. There are a lot of harvests available. Lot of harvests available. But we have our own stuff to take care of it for the immediate future. And tomatoes, yay, 4,000. Like I said, tomatoes, no longer a big deal for the farm. So at the moment we are looking at Glenleithan will be, or he's currently on the mod hub for sort of an update patch. I'm going to assume, release 1.1 or something like that. And I'm trying to hold off until that is released. Typically the 1.1 patch on a map is going to be, how should we say, potentially could need a new game save. So we didn't really want to chance that. Must admit, not sure how many of these there are here. Don't know why that's on that. Oh, contract settings. Okay. I actually want to be there, and I want to be looking at bread manufacture. Oh, there are still 7 pallets of bread in the pantry. So we'll let them respawn. Think. Anyway, let's have a look at the store. The store has one of those and one of those and some other stuff which I don't really need. There we go. So we have absolute ton of bread, which is good. I like bread. We still have more. Bread has all gone. Okay. So we'll grab these last two. We'll take them back to Maypole exports, and 18,000 litres. That's 8,000 more than tomatoes. Does that mean the tomatoes are not producing? Ooh. Something I have not checked in a short time. I also haven't transferred any milk. I'll probably leave that until next month, and we'll do that while the tractors are all tractoring. Okay, that's empty. So the flour production is full. Nope, tomatoes, seeds and manure. We still have a ton of it. The tomatoes are not packed, so that's fine. We are out of slurry. Okay. Deactivate. We are out of manure. Deactivate. So now, our income is going to slow down because BGA is empty again. But I think I mentioned this on Disturbed's Discord channel. The capacity there is good. You only get 1/3 of a day. So if you were playing 1 day a month, you would have to deliver 3 times in a month to get maximum production. So the fact that it does produce a lot of money, there is a controlling factor there. However, because we're playing 3 days a month, we have to fill it up 3 times. Once a day. Would take it to capacity, and it would take about the whole day to clear the production. Obviously, I did that at the end of the last episode. I believe we were on September 1, so we're now on September 3, so there's been a whole day since then, so yes, it's processed everything. The flour mill is completely backed up, so we have to load the truck up for that. And I might grab the John Deere. Oh, actually, here's a different thought. Okay, I am just going to sit this here. And that's filling up. Okay. And we have manure and slurry to distribute to the BGA. I might as well do that while the truck's loading. As I said, there is a lot of flour at the flour mill, so the truck's just going to sit there loading up 2 pallets at a time. Because I didn't park it in the detection range of 3. So changes for the next. I'm thinking I will carry on with the flour bread production when we move to Glenleithan, although I may not completely go that way at the start. May not have any or many productions at all. I have been taking a look at the map this week. Basically, Mrs. Osa went on vacation on Tuesday, and we discovered that the car was completely dead on Wednesday, so I haven't had a vehicle all week. She's fine, she's got the van, but I had to wait till Friday to get the car towed into the shop to get fixed. And so, yeah, I've been without a car. Which made it fun, because Teenage Osa was on vacation at camp, and I got a phone call an hour before she was supposed to be dropped off at church to say, oh, the bus they were in broke down, and so they're not going to be home till 10 o'clock. Sort of, okay, it turns out they broke down at lunchtime, but didn't bother telling anyone till 5 o'clock in the evening, or 4 o'clock in the evening. So, okay. Not that I could do anything about it. I had to arrange for somebody else to go and pick teenage Osa up. So, I got a second phone call about 9 o'clock to say, yes, we won't be at the church till 10:30. So she didn't get home till just gone 11. So I didn't go to bed till midnight, so I have had no sleep today. So apologies now if I seem a little bit distracted doing things that seem weird and stuff like that. But come on, tractor. But we will battle through. Mrs. Osa will be home tonight with the younger kids, so I've had my last chance to sleep for a few days. Teenage Osa's having a lie-in because she didn't go to bed till gone midnight. And she has to do some laundry today. There won't be any yard work because we had thunderstorms last night, so another reason why I'm tired, because yeah, thunderstorms, no sleep. So one thing I did discover about Glenleafan, these hedges on the right are what are installed on Glenleafan, and they have collisions, which means A, you can't drive through them, and B, workers can see them, so I am less inclined to actually chop them down. But they can be chopped down. Outside of that, I've been looking around. I think I found a yard I like, and I've also figured out that I can afford... Oh, don't do that, dude! Seriously. Oh, and now someone's behind me. How am I supposed to fix this, you morons? Take advantage of the fact that you can drive through the hedges on this map. Just have to pick a gap that we can get the tractor, the tanker, and everything else between. There we go. Workers doing AI traffic doing AI. Alrighty, let's get that unloaded. I suppose we can actually get that processing slurry. So yeah, I did look at it. We would be using the map BGA, which under Maize Plus does get modified to process grass silage and maize silage on top of the whole crop, and slurry and stuff. So that's kind of a good thing. It doesn't do the overpowered slurry, what do we do, slurry straw or slurry silage mixes, which create tons of digestate and what have you. But as I said, Glenleafen's currently being tested for the mod hub again, and so I'm trying to hold off until that map releases before we switch over. Current testing is, I believe, 8 days according to the forum post, so we could be looking at something like middle of this week potentially. before that's released. And this tank's only 30,000, so it's gonna take a while to put anything meaningful in the BGA. But it's also going to mean that we could get down to 600,000 slurry, or within the range of 600 to 700,000. We have 180,000 food in the cow shed, so that does mean the cows have enough food for today, get them through till October 1 even. Then I'm going to have to figure out something for food. October 1, I think the maize might be close to brood, so we're short grass silage, and we'll be making that tomorrow. Technically I probably should have cut one field on September 1 so that I have at least one field of grass silage. I didn't, so maybe bad planning on my part, but delaying the cut does mean we will get a big cut in October, or a bigger cut, potentially up to 50% more grass, so it would last us longer into next year. I may cut part of a field as grass and just stick it straight in the animal shed so that they have full grazing for at least another month, and failing that we can run down to the store, buy 24 bales of stuff, whatever the stuff is, grass silage, and use the maize silage from our bunker. Okay, how's the truck doing? The truck is at 62,000 litres. Doesn't seem to be filling at the moment, so get that unloaded. That guy there. Looks like I guess I can turn that off now. We'll call the slurry good for now. Oh, right, okay. I was looking at this and thinking, why have I got a really weird quantity, like 66,000? Well, that's because there's however many crates there were there, and the amount of flour that sits in here is about 60,000, so we got it all. I'll take this down to the bakery, and there will be obviously one more load of flour unless I do harvesting contracts. And I'm guessing most of the cereal contracts will be eliminated by tomorrow, game day. So yeah, episode 71, or stream number 71, when you add in all the holidays and what have you. We've not done too badly. I think Oakfield went to over 100. Just because we ran that for 3 years straight. This one, I'm splitting it. It's kind of time to run a new map. I think we've figured this one out, and it's kind of getting repetitive. Especially all the bits that don't happen on camera, like this bit. Okay, that's flour. What else did I say needed delivered? Oh, the butter will need to be delivered, and the milk. So all of that goes into the bakery. The bakery has, again, over 200,000 litres, and I think we use about 400 for a year. So we'll be good till getting close to very early harvest next year. We're in September. April, May will be the time. Okay, close that. We have nothing else to deliver on this side of the map. So as I said, we'll just drop the butter off at the grocery store. It's not going to be a great result because, well, okay, we don't get a 10% bonus there for the environmental score, but at this stage we were back over 314,000 money. I'm kind of okay with that. The other so the other thing with Glenleithan, we will be playing Farm Manager, which means the economy will be less strict. I will not be playing hard mode economy. That's fine. It means we'll get a little bit more money, a little bit lower costs, but for the most part, it's still going to be a tricky thing. It's going to be difficult because of the weather. I may add rain pane, which means that it would take a number of hours equal to the number of game days that or days per month that I'm playing. So if I'm playing with 4 days a month, it will take 4 hours for crops to dry sufficiently after the rain stops. So that'll be a problem. I'm also thinking about using the I'll pull forward. There we go. Okay, we will let that fill up and run over to this one. Transfer some more slurry. That's a good plan. So yes, we may include the mud mod, which won't enable mud on the map like Purbeck and Court Farms has, but it will enable muddy fields when it rains, which is going to make it difficult to do anything while it's raining, like ploughing, cultivating, seeding. So we'll add those. I won't be using lease to hire. I will be using the enhanced loan system. So we're going to have to borrow money to buy stuff and pay it back. I'm undecided whether I should allow leasing of one piece of equipment. I know some people will say, will put on their playthroughs, you can lease one piece of equipment to do a task. And maybe if I lease one piece of equipment with an engine in it, like a sprayer or, you know, sugar beet harvester, then I have to run it on course play. I can't do anything to mitigate the cost of a worker running it. And that way we can say, well, we've hired a contract agency to come in and harvest all of our sugar beets or potatoes or something like that. So as I said, I'm undecided on that, but it's being stuck with $400,000 piece of equipment that I need to buy in order to harvest a field is not going to be feasible. I may just say absolutely no leasing at all, which means we have to buy everything that we end up using. I will be using Maize Plus, I will be using precision farming, there's probably a couple of other things I will also be using. How's the truck? The truck is now up to 24%. Of course, I didn't look to see how much butter's actually at the dairy. Although it's still looking like it's filling up, so we're good. Come on, tractor. Jump there and there, and it's empty. Okay. So we'll jump back to the truck. Whatever it is. The vehicle that has a box on the back. So this will be our last slurry run. I didn't look to see how much silage not silage, the other stuff. The solid brown stuff, manure. I didn't look to see how much manure is in the manure. Silo, whatever it is. The midding. Let's go with a Tom Pemberton reference. But yes, I mean we've surpassed our manure production. It is predominantly mostly empty, which is good. Okay, let's have the car pass the entrance, and then we won't have any impediment to turning in here. Yay. Park this over here. I can't turn it off until it's empty. Alrighty, so let's gradually back this thing up. Until all the pallets are disappeared. And that's all done. We got an odd number of pallets, that's fine. Okay, take this back to the barn. Well, via other things. Now that said, this map was updated fairly recently, and I have never been back here since that happened.